Hello there. Our brush tonight will be the Ever Ready 100 Restore with a 20mm gold nib finest knot. Set that aside, and tonight's soap is Pere, Lucien, and it's a sample given to me by one of my longtime viewers. Once again, thank you. You know who you are. I really appreciate it. And the star of the show tonight, so to speak, is my Johann Engstrom Frameback in rosewood scales. It's Swedish steel. Now this razor is fairly old. I can't date them that well, but it has several dates on it. 1878, 1876. It says Johann, J-O-H, dot, or period, Engstrom, Sweden, Eskilstuna, and then it says Medaille or Medaille Far, 1876, Philadelphia, Paris, 1889, 1878. So I don't know what all that means. I've got a feeling that this is like something that was done to commemorate an Olympics or some type of event of some type in Paris or Philadelphia. But it's a Frameback. It was given to me by Kevin Moore. Kevin, it's a lovely razor. Thank you. It took, I believe, a really nice home. It's popping hair all over the place, but hanging hair test wise, but the shave test is the one that really counts. So one more good shot at the razor. My first Frameback. There's the hold still. There's the, and it has something here on the spine. I cannot read it even with magnification. My eyes are really bad, but I used it came to me with broken scales. He knew that I could put scales back on it, and I just used a wedge, and to me that wedge seems to be aluminum, but I don't know if aluminum was around in the 1800s, so I have no clue. It's probably lead. But anyway, for those of you interested in these kind of things, there's the blade. Lovely, I think. Gonna enjoy it. It took me a while to restore that. I've been pretty busy and haven't had the time to do as much restore work as I would like. I've got two more razors from Kevin. I purchased one, and one of them he had planned to give me already as a gift. And then that one was just a surprise that he sent along. He also sent along, and I want to show this to you as well. Nice Rolls razor with all the original paperwork and everything like that. Complete. Just lovely. I believe he said he honed, if I'm mistaken, Kevin, if you see this video, correct me, but I believe he said he honed this the wedge blade that's in here. Told me not to strop it and stuff like that. I may try to shave with it later on, but I generally basically really just wanted one of these just because of what they are. This is lovely. Kevin, thank you. But I might get excited and give it a shot one day just to see. And if it works out, I'll do another shave with it on video. Just to share. But that's absolutely awesome. The viewers, my viewers, are the best viewers on YouTube. Not only, and I'm not just talking about, you know, their generosity. They've certainly been generous, but they're just classy people, all of them, that I've ever had any dealings with. They're just awesome, and I really am grateful to have that kind of people, those kinds of people, be a part of my channel. Excuse me a minute. I use my Vanderhagen bowl because it is the right shape. It's narrow enough that it almost acts really good like a brush scuttle. The old Spice mugs work like that too. But I have only been doing it for about a month, and sometimes I will dump because I put warm water in this bowl, the lather bowl I'm going to use, as well as the brush scuttle, what I use as a brush scuttle. And then I'll dip from my brush scuttle into my bowl, I'll dip my brush into there to add water to my lather if I need it. And sometimes, like I just did here at the beginning of this shave, when I go to make lather, I'll end up dumping the Vanderhagen bowl or the Old Spice bowl, whatever it is that I use for the brush scuttle, by mistake, because I'm not as used to using two different bowls yet. But I'll get there. I like it. I like having that little separate kind of thing bowl to put my brush in, to soak and to draw a bit of water out of, to add to my lather, stuff like that. So, need to dry my hands. Johann Engstrom Frameback. Gonna be fun. Oh yeah. It shaves very, very differently. I thought it would be more like hollow ground. But to me it feels a lot like a wedge. But it's got a flex to the blade, the edge of the blade, I guess, because it's so thin. But it's shaving lovely. Thank you, Kevin. And the Pere Lucien is working wonderfully, like it always does. Matter of fact, I think I could add a bit more water to it, and it wouldn't hurt it now. I think I'm going to do that. On this next pass. Lovely. I've been kind of splashing water on my face. One of my viewers asked me, I normally use a cloth. Why do you do that? Why do you use the cloth? Because I don't like splashing water all around my bathroom sink. And so I started splashing water for some reason instead, and it makes a nice wet mess, and I just let me add some more water. I just don't like it, so I'm going back to the towel or the washcloth or whatever you want to call it. That's a washcloth, by the way, but I'm going back to that so that things can be as neat as I like them. And yeah, it's taking water wonderfully. I knew that it could handle just a bit more. I have a proclivity for a really wet lather. I like it. I think it brings out the slickness in pretty much any kind of soap. And I can sort of feel the difference in the lather when I don't have as much water as I would like in it. That's probably already, when I say that, more water than what most guys would want in their lather in the first place. But for me, I wanted just a bit more. I think it really, yeah, it really makes if the soap can handle it. Some soaps just fall apart, but it makes a really wonderful difference, in my opinion. It brings out the very best that a soap has to offer. Or that the soap arthritis, when I did pressed with the tip of it, didn't like that. My hands, we had what's known as homecoming at our church this weekend, and what it is it's our homecoming is like our anniversary. 15 years in the ministry. And I'm sort of like the ad hoc music director, worship leader, that kind of deal. Although we don't do it like the more modern type churches do. We're still pretty much old-fashioned. But anyway, just an old country church. Best kind. For me, anyway. One of the ladies in our church wanted to do one of the more contemporary modern uh, worship songs by a band called Need to Breathe, called Multiplied. And the timing of the song is pretty moderate, but the speed of it. But it's 4/4 with a push. Right after the fourth beat, it pushes the first beat every time. And it's the guitar part is, I would finger pick it. I know he uses a pick, but it's on 4 different strings, and he's doing what would you call it? There's a term for it when you play all the notes of a chord separately and arpeggio. He's doing like an arpeggio all over the place, all over the neck, and using really tight chord forms. I don't know why I did that. I just need right here. Anyway, and of course I have arthritis and nerve damage and carpal tunnel and probably a couple of other things I don't know about, in my hands. And for 2 days, it didn't take me long to learn what he was doing, but for 2 days, I tried to get up to speed and pretty much wasted my hands. Got to a point where they were locking up. And to a point where I couldn't close my hands, couldn't make a fist or anything like that. Well, finally I just had to tell her, look, I can play the straight out chords with that song, but those arpeggios are no longer. 20 years ago, yeah, no problem. But those arpeggios are no longer possible at that speed with those chord shapes for me, with the mileage I got on my hands. And so, anyway, we did it, and we did a really good job at it with the straight chords and stuff, but my arthritis is acting up, and if I even just bump like the tips of my fingers, this first knuckle here, all on my, just scream bloody murder. And so that's what happened when I went to, my finger sort of tilted that way, and it let me know what was going on. Anyway, Brut. But I've had, what is it, Monday? Is it Monday? Yeah. I had last night to rest and the rest of the day. And they seem to be a lot better. I just got to watch what I do with them. Honing that straight razor probably didn't help them that much. But, hey, lovely shave. Hold on 1 second. Wipe it off. Johann Engstrom, Frameback, A gift from Kevin Moore. Thank you, Kevin. In rosewood scales, East Indian rosewood. A true Frameback. Lovely blade. Thanks for joining me. It's very much appreciated. God bless you. And I'll talk at you later.